All right, the Biden crime family cannot hide. Even Politico showcasing their history of mixing business with politics, the very obvious agenda that they've had and what they've done. Emails, public records from interviews with the House impeachment inquiry showing members of Joe Biden's family regularly involved in his family's business dealings, despite the president's repeated denials. Many of Biden's closest staffers and advisors have also doubled as his relatives' business associates over the years. Jim Biden testified that he hired Dale Papillo, the former head of Joe Biden's Secret Service detail, as vice president, to investigate a Chinese executive that Hunter was doing business with in 2017. Jim said he commissioned him to accompany Hunter to Hong Kong to meet with Patrick Ho, CEFC executive who was convicted on federal corruption charges. Politico also reports in recent years Jim and Joe shared the same personal attorney, Mel Monzak, and Francis Person, Joe Biden's confidant during most of his vice presidency, would often keep Hunter in the loop of his father's movement. So Hunter would know what dad's up to so he could figure out, hey, who needs a favor? When he went on to work with a Chinese real estate developer, he sought business with Hunter. He visited the White House 7 times after joining the China-tied firm. And of course, you have Hunter's business partner, Eric Schwerin, who was also Joe Biden's personal bookkeeper during his vice presidency. So again, this is just illustrating how obvious all of this was. Seamus Bruner is the director of research, Government Accountability Institute. He joins us now along with Dick Morris, author of The Return. Seamus, you ask Goldman or Raskin and they say there's just no evidence Joe Biden was involved. Everybody in his orbit was working to make millions of dollars for the Biden family.
Yeah, Rob, it's great to be with you. That's right. And this has been going on not just for years. This has been going on for decades. Valerie, his sister, Frank, Jim, they have all been making millions over the years, many millions, tens of millions of dollars over the years. And so you have to wonder, would anybody give money to the Bidens if they weren't getting something in return?
Right. And
now we have the emails, the text messages, all of the information, the sources, the documents, the bank records to prove that they were getting something in return. In fact, we've got Joe Biden on tape admitting that they were getting something in return. And so that falls into the category of bribery.
Yeah.
That is an impeachable offense.
Yeah. Dick, go ahead.
Well, you start with the fact that what are these people good at? Why would they be in business? Why would they have vast incomes? Why would they have vast assets? There's only one thing they have, which is a last name. And they worked on it, enhancing the value of that last name by corruption. And they stood at the various relatives of his crime family, stood out there and basically had a for sale sign. And said, by working with us and by giving us a financial benefit, you will have a financial benefit in dealing with China, Romania, Ukraine, Costa Rica, about 10 other countries. And there's no other reason that these people could have made money other than just trading off their name. And whether they did anything overtly corrupt or not, the whole process was corrupt.
Yeah, it's so obvious, too. Seamus, the House Oversight subpoenaed bank records. This just came in last week. The Biden family hauled in $18 million from foreign sources, and some of which include, here's almost $4 million from Ukraine, 7.2 from China, 3.5 from Russia, $1 million from Romania, $1 million from Panama. You've got Kazakhstan, Mexico, Syria. I mean, is there a credible country on that list that you can see?
Not at all, Rob. Not at all. And we've got to stop treating this like it's trading on the family name, that it's selling access. You can get access for $2,500 a plate at a fundraiser.
Right.
You can get a handshake photo for $10K. We're talking about millions and millions of dollars from the highest levels of Chinese party intelligence. It's not just trading favors and getting access. It is compromising the first family.
Exactly. Dick, they've got the Hunter Biden gun trial, which is what they're showing us to avert our eyes from the actual corruption of this family. The jury has it. They didn't come to a decision today. They're going to start again tomorrow. It's a slam dunk, though. I mean, if you paid attention to this trial at all, it's very obvious. He's admitted that he's a criminal. It's a slam dunk. Joe Biden is saying he's not going to pardon his son. I suspect that's going to change on November 6th, no matter who wins the election.
Yeah, I think it may well. I think that we have to understand that that Hunter Biden was really the main operative in this process. Joe decided to send his family, particularly Hunter, around the world to solicit bribes and to ask to say that the influence was for sale. But the thing that I focus on mainly in my book, Corrupt, is not so much what China got from what Biden got from China, but what China got from Biden. They escaped blame for COVID. They escaped any serious investigation of COVID. They got the United States committed to electric cars and stuff, undermining our industrial capacity and going into a field where China had a monopoly of the rare earth minerals. Just the other day, warships docked in Cuba that would have started a war under Kennedy. Every single thing that they have done has been so undermining of American interests. And the entire environmental program that Biden focuses on about moving away from climate change.
Right.
It's all designed to enrich those who have rare earth minerals, which means China.
Yeah, they've done quite well with Joe Biden in the White House. Let's be honest about it. It's been a lot easier than it was under Trump. Gentlemen, we've got to leave it there. Seamus and Dick, thank you so much. We appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.